Thank you for tuning into another episode of New Life. Hit the like and the what?
Subscribe button.
Clink, clink. Right there.
Shout out to Mom Lou because she told me to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
We be so serious.
Ebby also, shout out to Ebbs too. Ebbs told me to do that too. She said,
Clink.
Dad, well, you never say hit the like button. I said, well, I guess if they like it, they'll hit it. She's like, no, that's not how it works. Again, I'm from the old school. I don't know nothing about this stuff.
You ain't
But
that old.
hey, old soul.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, today
Mm-hmm.
we're going to talk about. So last night we saw that bare knuckles brawl. Did I say it right?
Yeah. Yeah. It was Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship.
It was good.
Yeah, it was real good. A lot of action, a
So
lot
that
of
was the
blood.
first one I saw, and I will be watching again.
I
But it
guess
stood out.
they crazy, man. That was crazy. Even though I'm a big boxing fan, big MMA fan, and Bare Knuckle supersedes both of them. It's like boxing and MMA wrapped up into one, man. They get it on. They like real street fighting. All they do is just tape their hands and they go in there and fight. And then, like the other guy, he was a cruiserweight champion and a light heavyweight champion. He was fighting for the heavyweight championship. He had both of the belts. And he came out there and he was swinging for the fences, but he ended up having an injury, in his
Yep,
bone.
whole
Yeah,
entire elbow disconnected from his arm.
dislocated, popped
Yeah.
out.
Boop, boop.
It was crazy.
But let me just say about that. If anybody from Bare Knuckles is listening, please increase the salary because the MMA and boxing rates that y'all don't even pay the same amount. Like who's gonna go out there and get beat for that amount? I'm just saying. But anyway. But what stood out to me was Umpero.
Imperio?
Umperio? No, it's Umpero. He said
Imperio.
Umpero.
Pitbull.
Yes.
Antonio, and what is it, Alfredo Angulio.
Yes.
Yeah, I was surprised to see him in doing that because I watched him in his boxing career. He was pretty okay. He was a contender. And one time I think he won a world championship. And last night I was like, when he came out, I was like, oh my God, he just fight. How far the mighty has fallen. But nah, he just showed another example with when we talk about that thing, the fate, the mindset, the fate, the mindset, and what's the last one?
Discipline.
That's
And that's
right.
why it stood out to me because when I looked at it, I said, okay, well, he's surely.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I mean, I was rooting for him because I'm saying, like, come on, if you can. I mean, it's just kind of brutal.
But
So,
he was getting it at first, and then he came back like the champion he is, man. That's what the mantra is with us, man. It really, really stood out to us, and it stuck out to us. It was just what it was all about. That's what New Life is about, and what New Life stands for. It's about never giving up, man. Even when he looked like he was on his last leg, which I've
and
experienced.
he did look like he was on his last
Yeah, like
leg.
he was out here, nobody gave him a chance, and he just sucked it up and went to work and, kind of like let it gas himself out, and then he came back with a phenomenal. He had the discipline enough to stay structured from his boxing to go ahead and finish the fight. I mean, finish in a brutal fashion. Like he knocked that guy. Oh my God, he knocked him totally unconscious. It was crazy.
For sure.
Yeah, it was brutal. I mean, if you ever want to look at it, you could Google it or YouTube it. It's the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship from last night and everything.
I mean, this the entire,
The whole
all of
card.
it was made me think about your journey. And it made me think about your journey because you had some matches that literally lasted 43. You had two matches that I saw that lasted 43 seconds where the contenders were like, look, I stopped. I yield. I'm out.
Oh, you quit? Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
quit.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
quitting is an option. Like it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever works for you. But quitting is an option. And in
Not my
43 seconds,
mindset.
they were done.
Not in my mindset. That was never an option for me. I never had that option. I mean, and Ricky would never allow me to even have that into my realm of thinking, so to speak. Like, right? I've never. Even when they told me what my diagnosis was, and I had this long to live, and all that stuff, and do this, do that, cash insurance policy, and X, Y, Z, the whole yada yada yada. I never thought telling me get my kids together, get them in order, stuff like that. You only have 4 months to live. You past this point, you got 4 tumors in your body. You got 1 massive one. You got 3 additional ones. Lymph nodes, the whole 9. Past all the radiation. Only thing was chemo, whatever. I've never let that thought into my mind out. Not one time that it was. Well, actually, one time when I got the diagnosis, when I realized I was going to be faced with my own mortality,
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was like, all right, this is for keeps. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so entering that, I just automatically, from my athletic background, that kicked in. The mindset that kicked in as well. You can't, it's fight time. So I would never break. Nobody would never break me. You couldn't break me, so you
But
can't.
the offset of that was when the
Hmm.
individuals who opted to quit, you know, bowed out,
Hmm.
the opponents who were still left, even though they won, they were upset. And so that's what you have to think about. Like, even though you may think about, like, maybe I can't take it, there's still someone on the other end who's saying, look, I need you to give it your all, because if you don't give it your all, I can't give it my all.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that was
Right.
like all of that, the entire episode last night just took me back from your phase, like getting the diagnosis, going through the treatment.
Uh huh.
There were some times that you would go um, into your appointments and didn't look like anyone else in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, truly,
Yeah.
because it was like you were still able to joke, because that goes back to that initial initiative of mindset.
Uh huh.
Like, the way I go in is the way I'm determined to go out,
That's
and which
right.
is what you said.
That's right. That's right. I mean, with God's help, anything's possible. And throughout my life, no matter what situation I've always been in, He has always bailed me out, so to speak. Like He's always got me out of things that was designed to destroy me. And there's been a lot of things that was built to do that. And I had the prayers of my mother, my grandmother, my aunts. You know what I'm saying? They're all God-fearing women. I had some really, really God-fearing women in my family. You know what I'm saying? Even to this day, we have some the blessings I know are still carried out from my grandmother, my mother, my aunts, you know what I'm saying, my sisters, you know what I'm saying, my friends and stuff like that. Everybody who I've ever considered a friend has been that. I've never had a friend that I couldn't speak to or go back to or we still are not close to. I don't do that kind of thing. I don't build those kind of relationships with people. I think that my faith also had a tremendous part in it as well. I mean, once you have your faith, you have it. That's what it is, like your faith, because that's your belief, and what your belief is, you believe in something so strong that can't nothing break it. And my belief and my faith is in God. So, and if you got that, what else do you need? Like, so to speak, there's nothing else you need. Like, if you have Him, that's all you need, and you conquer anything. He makes the impossible possible. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, when people say when they're ready to give up on you and stuff like that, that's why I say I don't believe what people say. I don't take diagnoses. I don't take things. Of course, I take it, and I know where what happens in my body, and I know I gotta change something before something else happens, or if I'm not gonna be in existence no more. But the final output or the final result is on you, and what your belief system is, and how much you are willing to go, how far you're willing to go. And like I said, like on my situation, I was supposed to be out of here, so they wrote me off, and I was supposed to be in hospice and all this stuff like that. And I'm like, are you serious, man? I do 7 miles, man. I can't. My mindset. I was just talking to Elijah. He was talking this earlier this week, and I did 7 miles every day this week. Or I did 6.5 miles Monday, but I did 7 miles every day this week. And he was like, like athletes don't train like that. He said, what's wrong with you? I said, yeah, I'm a little crazy. I got a little, cause I'm not gonna let this disease catch me like it caught me before. So I'm just trying to stay ahead of everything now. So I know what's up. I can stay ahead of it. And with the faith that I have in God, with the mindset that I had, and the discipline. That's the three principles that we talk about when I go out to speak to people. If you have those, that's the formula. You know what I'm saying? That I used. Everybody else used different formulas, but that's the approach I had to have, and that's what brought me back from the brink of death. It snatched me from death's jaws. So, yeah, that's about it.
Speaking of a little crazy,
What do you mean by that?
so let me let you guys in on another secret. I have random thought moments. Random thought of the day.
Oh, shucks. Okay.
a team around you, the team approach, having the right people around you is very important.
Mm-hmm.
You were sharing a story last night when we were watching Bare Knuckles about one of your football adventures
Mm-hmm.
when the gentleman got when his elbow was kind of displaced,
Mm-hmm.
and you were talking about when you had your bone, when you were blocking for Wayne.
Oh, oh yeah, that's my yeah. It was, oh, you was talking about the oh yeah 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 because you grossed out by his
I wasn't grossed out.
well I was grossed.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't grossed out.
Yeah, I had to cover my face because it took me back to that place. I'm sorry, you're right. Yeah, you like crazy stuff like that, but I don't like stuff like that. And that's what prompted the conversation. When you asked me about, you was like, you play football? You all? I said, no, I don't like to watch stuff like Joe Theismann. If you ever look him up, Google him when Lawrence Taylor tackled him at the end of his career, and his bone popped out. And I used to play with guys, and legs used to break, and I played with some guys, and their bone popped out of you know what I'm saying, out of the leg, the skin actually. But it happened to me. I was telling you about right here one night. We were in a playoff game. My 10th grade year in high school, we were in a playoff game in Thibodaux, Louisiana, and it was real cold out. And we were, in the trenches or whatever. We were in the middle of the game and stuff like that. And the defensive end came off the end, and I charged out. Well, he charged at me, and I hit him. When I hit him, I extended my arms, and I don't know how somehow I got caught between the jersey and the shoulder pad up underneath because I extended out the jersey and the shoulder pad, and I still have the vein where it pushed out at or whatever. But somehow my thumb got lodged up underneath the shoulder pads, and he just kept coming. I play left tackle, so he was coming around the end, so I had to stop him with this arm, and I'm trying to watch, like for a stunt or a double, trying to hold him off, and he just kept coming and kept coming and kept coming, and somehow when I was trying to pull my hand back, I couldn't pull it. It was jammed, so he just kept coming to the quarterback, and he just, by the time he tried to get him, Wayne had already threw the ball, but by that time he had already hit. My bone popped out, and I went in the halftime, took a shot, painkiller shot, and I didn't play. Got through the game. We was on our way home. Thibodaux was about a 2-hour drive from New Orleans, an hour and a half, 2-hour drive. I can't remember, something like that. And we were coming back, and in the middle of the bus ride back home, I was asleep, and I remember that was the worst pain I ever felt in my life because it was still out. It managed to pop it back in, but it popped out that bone, and I had to have surgery on this hand right here. So yeah, to answer that, but that still didn't make me quit, and it still didn't make me want to give up. Even doing that, so I already knew it would have to cut my thumb off for me to stop. So you gotta have that mentality, and that dog mentality to where if anything happens, it happens. You gotta leave it all where it is.
And that's what made me think about your journey, because even though, like until that,
Uh-huh.
things may get difficult. It may be the worst pain that you've ever gone through,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, if you continue, you will go through it.
Absolutely. Pain turns into passion. Passion turns into love. That's how I approach things. Anything I have ever had me in a painful situation, I usually it births passion for me.
Mm-hmm.
When I go through something painful, it's a passion. I get passionate about things. I get passionate about, even like with the cancer journey, like that birthed a new way for me to take care of my body, for me to drop a lot of weight. Like I've dropped over 85 pounds, close to it right now. So, and I'm still dropping, like you was telling me. She was like, man, all your clothes falling off of you and stuff like that. But once I take it so seriously now, and like I said, I still have my days. I'm not perfect. I still like to eat my little stuff, my little Oreos every now and then, but I don't eat a whole row of them. I eat about 2 or 3 of them or whatever. If I eat my chicken, I do it in moderation. I do, a Popeye's breast or, side of beans. I don't do the biscuit. Or if I do a biscuit, I eat a piece of it. Something, just in moderation. I never finish the whole thing or whatever. So that's the key. Like people always ask me what's the key. And then I just work out. I work out every day. I'm disciplined to work out. I have to get my work in. I don't feel right if I don't get my work in. So that's
Maybe you'll give us a nutritional segment pretty soon.
You know what? We got a lot of things coming up too. We got so many things coming up for New Life, man. I'm so excited about the opportunities that we're having and kicking off and stuff like that. And we're gonna have, not only for me, but what about you? We got some stuff coming on your way too. We about to have a spinoff for you too about the whole wellness, the caregiver component the New Life Caregiver Component series too. So we'll have different guests on your show. It'll be your kind of thing. So I'll fall back and I'll let you tell it from your point of view and your perspective how it was to take
Now,
care
has he
of
ever fall back? Have you ever
such.
fell back on anything?
Yeah.
Anyway, there are a lot of new exciting things that are coming up,
So
and
we're gonna do the weight loss. We're gonna do the transformation, the
yeah,
body
because everybody
transformation.
around you got to lose weight. I mean, you kind of feel bad eating around him. I mean,
You don't feel bad.
I
Get out of
do.
here.
I'm like, it's. I don't like if you don't eat a whole chicken breast. I don't feel like I should eat a whole chicken breast. You know, you have to kind of fall back on
I'll eat
eating.
a breast, but I'll come back and eat on it throughout the day. Like I'll cut it and eat a little bit, then cut it, eat a little. You know how I do. I
Yeah,
nibble.
yeah. So one meal lasts a whole day. So, any parting motivational words? Because I know yesterday was Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Day.
Uh-huh.
So, any parting words before we
Nah,
have a
this
segment?
this will be my last. When I was talking about pancreas, it's something that's close to my heart as well, uh, dear, near and dear to my heart because, as you all know, my brother Rick, he had pancreatic cancer. You know, he was a survivor. You know, people don't survive it. But then yesterday was National Pancreatic Cancer Day, and that was kind of a rough day for me as well. So, thinking about that, and then thinking about how the pancreas really works. And if you don't have a pancreas, you can't live. You really can't live. So for him to survive those years without, or damn near, without a pancreas, because you know he suffered from pancreatitis, a gastroparesis. That's what he
Mm-hmm.
did. So it paralyzed his stomach system and stuff like that. So he had a hard time eating, digesting, and stuff like that. And I just want to say, man, it's remarkable to see what the people go through on that end. You know what I'm saying? He was a real soldier. And I just want to say again, salute to my big bro, man. Rest in heaven, man. I miss you and I love you. And next year, I promise you, brother, God willing, we gonna do it big for you, man. With you know, and honor you and carry on your legacy and what you did because the world needs to know what you meant to me and what you meant to everybody. Not just me, what you meant to everybody, you know, and what you gave the world, man. So take your rest, big bro, and the things we talked about, we're gonna take it a little bit further. We're gonna take it a lot further. We're gonna take it to the ends of the ends of time, bro. Like you told me, like you said, you with me everywhere I'm at, everywhere I am, everywhere I'll be. You know, you told me that was the last text you texted me on my birthday. Well, not the last, but that's what you texted me on my birthday. And you know, you said you with me, and I feel you with me. So we're gonna get this thing popping, man. We're gonna get it moving, and you know, the world's gonna know new life, man.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Again, like and subscribe. Rick's Race coming soon.
Yep. X out cancer coming soon always.
Absolutely.
Rest in
New
peace,
life.
X. Rest in peace, Rick. Long live the guys.
All right. Until next time.
New life.